Guys, we're gonna do the income inspection. I'm gonna do it quickly so you don't have to watch this video more than once. The first test I'm gonna do is gonna be my cutout test, and it should be at no more than 130 psi. I'm gonna press my clutch, verify that it's in neutral. As my truck is gaining pressure, I'm gonna do the income inspection. First thing I check is my seatbelt. Latches, it adjusts, is in good conditions. Number two, I'm going to inspect my door. Should be able to open and close. My window should be able to roll up and down. My mirror should be also in good conditions. No broken, no illegal stickers, and secure. My windshield, properly sealed, no illegal stickers, and no cracks. My wipers, also in good conditions, enough rubber and washer fluid in my container. A little lower, I got my water temperature between 175 and 195 degrees. My oil pressure between 30 and 70 psi. My volts in the green zone or 12 to 15 volts. My RPMs are functioning properly. My speedometer is functioning properly. My fuel indicator shows that I have enough fuel for the trip. I got my primary and secondary air gauges, my handbrake, my parking brake, my trailer brake, my mirror defroster. A little lower, I got my AC and heater and a window defroster. I got my light switch here for my lights. Over here I got my four-way flashers. And over here on top I got my wheel, no more than 2 inches of free play, left and right indicators, and high and low beams. And obviously my wipers controls. I got my horn functioning properly. My clutch, it's got 1 to 2 inches of free play. My brake is properly adjusted. My accelerator does not stick. My gear selector is in good conditions, not broken. And my boot is in good shape. It's not torn, no holes, nothing's leaking inside my cab. Behind my chair, I got 3 triangle reflectors, a box of fuses, and a fire extinguisher up to date with the safety pin is still in it. Next, I'm gonna accelerate the vehicle to 1500 RPMs. And I'm gonna wait for my cutout to occur. My cutout should occur at no more than 130 psi when my needles stop. There, my needles stop at 121 psi. It's a good test because it did not go beyond 130 psi. Next, I'm gonna do my cut-in test. My cut-in should be at not less than 100 psi. I press my brake to the floor, let it go. I look at my needle. It's 107 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. My needle is not moving. I'm going to repeat it. Press my brake all the way to the floor, release it. It dropped to about 103 pounds. 103 pounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. My needle began to move, as you can see. It's now 105, so my cutting took place at 103 psi. It's a good test because it's not less than 100 pounds of pressure. I'm going to do my 460 test now. First thing I do, I release my brake. I release my parking brake, then I release my trailer brake. Now I verify that I have enough pressure. You need 185 psi minimum. Right now I got about 105, so I'm good. I'm going to throw my vehicle off at this point. I'm going to open my accessories. I want current flowing. Not for the 460, but for the following after. And I'm going to press my brake to the floor, all the way to the floor. And I'm going to check my reading. It's 91 psi. And I'm going to tell him my pressure is stabilized at 91 psi. My minute begins now. And I start counting. Boom, 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 boom. For purposes of training, let's say my minute has completed. My minute has completed, has passed. My needle is showing 91 psi. So there is 2 readings. My second reading is 91 psi. I lost 0 pounds. Therefore, it's a good test. because I did not lose more than 4 pounds in 60 seconds. That's why it's called the 460 or apply brake test. Okay, so I release my brake. Now I'm gonna do my low air warning test. If I had a leak, then there's gonna be an alarm that's gonna show up here. I need both of these lights to turn on, and they should activate between 55 and 75 psi. As you can see, both of my lights are on. My needles are showing 67 psi. Therefore, it's a good test because it's between 55 and 75 psi. Next, I'm gonna check my pop-out test. These two valves show activate between 45 and 20 psi. So I'm gonna release my pressure. There, my two valves spring out at 40 psi on my primary and 40 psi on my secondary. So it's a good test because they popped out between 45 and 20 psi. My last test is gonna be where I check my brakes. I need 100 pounds of pressure to test this brake, and my service brake. For purposes of training, so that this video doesn't take that long, I'm not gonna raise it all the way to the maximum, but just enough to check it. So let's say I got 100 pounds of pressure already. I release my parking brake to test my trailer brake. So I put it in a low gear and I tug against it. I pull on my truck. Good. It didn't move, therefore my trailer held. My trailer brake held. It's in good conditions. Now I apply my parking brake, release my trailer brake, and test my parking brake now. There, it didn't move, so my parking brake is working fine. Now I'm gonna release both of them. I'm gonna drive 3 to 5 miles to the front and apply my service brake. Obviously, I'm not gonna go that far right now because I'm gonna take that tree out. There, my truck did not move to the left or right. My service brake is functioning properly. I apply my brakes, I put it in neutral, and I tell them with this I conclude my air brakes and my in-cab inspection. Turn your vehicle off and you're done. Good luck with it.